All right, so this is the recording for how grammar people see the world, the FDfTS. I always start out with blue pencil. It's kind of a funny thing. It's called non-photo blue, and there's a history how that was a kind of pencil that wouldn't be picked up with a Xerox machine, so that's why it was called non-photo blue. So I always do my light sketches with that, even though I'm working digital. And it's funny because I could pick any color I wanted, but I kind of had this like nostalgia for drawing with non-photo blue, even though it's never going to be photocopied or anything like that. I had to decide whether I would want to use a font for this for the Dunkin' Donuts. I kind of didn't want it to be exactly like their logo, but I wanted it to be enough like their logo that you kind of knew what was going on, but kind of had a pride in drinking it. And there's a couple of donuts down there. A little coupon. And there's the same donuts again. I kind of wanted to put like faces on them or do something interesting with them, but really I didn't want to distract from really the shock of this horrific grammatical situation. So for the text, sometimes I'll pick up random characters, and it's actually harder than you think. When you're sitting there trying to come up with completely random letters without clustering them, it helps that I watch old science fiction movies. So most of those letters are really just short for what people were saying. So if the dialogue was "run and get into the car," I would just type RAGITC, and that way I didn't have to come up with them. I'm having a really hard time with the dunking. When I was a teenager, I used to work in the T-shirt airbrush shop at Six Flags, so we learned this kind of a weird calligraphy, and I always kind of try it. And the principle is that you thicken up the lines when you make downward strokes, but it doesn't always look as good as you want it to. So I done a question about what's something that you do when you're alone, and someone had said that they uh, will have a tendency to correct printed materials with a red pen they keep in their purse. And so that's how the idea for this one came about. So I'll be sending them a copy of this print because they answered a question and got a cartoon made out of it. So there I'm just kind of like trying to make it shiny. I want it to look shiny like a magazine. And just hoping that one person will come up to me one day and just say, I just want to tell you that one comic you did, you made it shiny, like so it would look like a magazine. It really meant a lot to me. I really liked that a lot. It spoke to me. But that is how grammar people see the world. The Dunkin' Donuts story.